Hey you, as promised, here's a bonus episode where I take up your questions. You've been kind enough to send questions both on social media as well as on our website. Since I forgot to take explicit permissions, I'll avoid taking your names for the sake of maintaining privacy. But आगे अगर आप अपना नाम फीचर करवाना चाहते हैं तो please let me know that with your questions. As always, answers are not to be considered legal advice or opinion. Just take this in the right spirit and go to a lawyer for further and more specific actionable advice. Disclaimers out of the way, now let's start. First question. Sir, I am a startup that engages influencers for brand deals. Till now I am working on word of mouth and handshake. When should I have an in-house counsel? I am tempted to say as soon as you can afford one, but no. It is not clear from your question, but I'm presuming that the brands would be making you sign standard form contracts, but you in turn have no written agreement with the independent influencers. I would say please have a master standard form contract that can be tweaked for different influencers, but it must have certain terms, conditions and boilerplate clauses. कम से कम इतना काम करने के लिए get a competent lawyer. In-house कब रखना है वो एक business call होगा. If there are multiple contracts and the amounts are increasing, then contract maintenance is just easier with an in-house legal manager. शायद थोड़ा बड़ा आंसर हो गया, तो short answer is immediately get bespoke legal advice for your case. दूसरा सवाल. I'm pursuing a law after 25 years of corporate career and I wish to join the profession. What advice do you have for me? देखिए, आपका तजुर्बा मेरे से ज़्यादा है और आपने ज़्यादा दुनियादारी भी देखी है. But 3 things I'll tell you. Number 1. Be a student and be open to learning because you will have to start as a beginner in the profession. दूसरी बात, you will look and sound more mature as opposed to a 20-something fresher. So you can use that to your advantage. Last thing I'll tell you is, be willing to work as hard as you did in your 20s for your corporate career. All the best and may God bless you. Third question of the day. ये posh क्या होता है? Okay. Sexual Harassment at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act of 2013, but वो full form तो शायद आपको इंटरनेट से पता चल चुका होगा already. So I'm presuming that you want more than the full form. देखिए, डिटेल में जाऊंगा तो एक इंडिपेंडेंट एपिसोड बनाना पड़ेगा, बट शॉर्ट में ये समझ लीजिए कि इट इज़ अ लॉ प्रोटेक्टिंग वर्किंग वुमेन फ्रॉम एनी काइंड ऑफ सेक्शुअल हरासमेंट इन देयर ऑफिस. कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि 10 से कम एम्प्लॉयज़ हों तो ये आपके ऊपर एप्लीकेबल नहीं होता, तो आप लोगों के लिए इट्स जस्ट अ लिटिल क्लैरिफिकेशन कि अगर 10 से कम एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं तो कंप्लेंट्स अंडर दिस एक्ट कैन गो टू लोकल कंप्लेंट्स कमिटी. अदरवाइज अगर 10 से ज़्यादा हैं तो आपको एक इंटरनल कंप्लेंट्स कमिटी बनानी होगी. पॉइंट इज़ दैट सिर्फ कंप्लायंस स्टैंड पॉइंट से डिफरेंसेस हैं. कितनी छोटी या बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, आप अपने यहाँ फीमेल्स को सेक्सुअली हरास नहीं कर सकते, एंड दैट हरासमेंट कैन नॉट बी फिजिकल, वर्बल और नॉन वर्बल. प्लीज़ बताइए इफ़ यू वांट मी टू टॉक अबाउट दिस इन ग्रेटर डिटेल और हैव अ गेस्ट ऑन आवर शो फॉर दिस पर्पस. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन. Is suicide legal? Wow. Perils of being a lawyer is that you often get asked morbid questions. Well, not wishing it upon anyone, but if you succeed, then there is not much law can do against you, right? So committing suicide can never be a criminal offense. But attempting to commit a suicide, that is an offense under section 309 of IPC. I will not go into all the various judgments on this point, but this was basically rendered useless after the Mental Health Care Act of 2017, और जो न्यू भारतीय न्याय संहिता है, it does away with it altogether. So basically someone who's trying to kill themselves should be considered as a victim in need of help and not a criminal. I hope that answered your question. Last question of the day. Can parents disown their own child in India? Please don't do anything that will make your parents think about it. Alright? Be good. Also, if this is a parent asking this question, then first try to talk to your child and use mediation or therapy if possible. Back to the question. So there's no law that under this law you can disown your children. A common practice है which is to get a newspaper publication to this effect that I am disowning my child but it has no real force in law and it can be used only as an evidence. अगर आपका बच्चा 18 साल से कम का है तो parents are legally obliged to maintain them. After that, the parents can decide not to give you any right in their self-earned wealth. मतलब अगर उन्होंने खुद कमाया है तो वो किसी को भी दे सकते हैं. If it is an ancestral property, जिसे हम नॉर्थ इंडियन गाँव में दादा लाई कहते हैं, then you have a right by birth in that property. So that's it. Thank you for sending your questions. I have had a blocked nose, so this and the next couple of episodes may sound a little different. So advance apologies. Let me know if you want me to have more Q&A sessions like these. I would love to read your opinions and reviews, which you can leave either on Apple Podcast or even Twitter या X आजकल जिसे कहते हैं. If you find value in what we do, then please share this with your friends and family. Until next time, keep reading, keep questioning, and keep listening to Kanooni Kisse.